Between 1650 and 1860, around 10 to 15 million enslaved people were transported from the Western Africa to the Americas. Most were shipped to the Western Indies, Central America, and South America. This is the story of one enslaved African.
Oluadah Equiano was an important campaigner in the fight for freedom for slavery. He was born 263 years ago in Africa, but eventually came to England and campaigned all over the country in his fight for freedom for slaves.
I was born near the equator in an African village in the Kingdom of Benin nearly 300 years ago. I had never seen the sea. I was just a child.
Oluadah Equiano was born in 1745 in the African country that's now called Nigeria. Adults worked in the fields during the day, leaving the children to fend for themselves in the village. Older children often given the task of acting as lookouts, and if they saw any slave traders approaching the village, they would let out a loud cry.
I had 5 older brothers and 1 sister. I was the youngest. My father was chief, and life in our village was good. It was happy, it was safe, until one day they came. Over the walls of our village they came, the slave traders. They grabbed my sister and I, held their hands over our mouths, and no one knew we had been taken.
Oluadah and his sister were in the hut when they heard the cry. Looking out of the door, Oluadah saw the traders hurrying into the village and knew that there was no time for them to reach the safety of the trees. He and his sister crouched in the corner of the hut and held their breath, and as their hearts were pounding as footsteps came towards them.
Both Oluadah and his sister were roughly seized, and their mouths were stopped with dirty cloths to stop them from crying out. Sacks were placed over their heads, and they were carried around from the village. After a while, they were put down on the ground, and their hands were tied behind their backs. The sacks were placed over their heads, and again they were carried until nightfall.
We were unable to eat. We were terrified. We were sick from fear. We were taken to a large town and sold. I never saw my sister again.
After a few days, they reached a larger African settlement, and here Oluadah and his sister were separated and sold to different families. During the 7 months that Oluadah spent in slavery in Africa, he was mostly treated kindly and was given fairly simple household tasks to do.
A wealthy widow bought me for 172 seashells. She wanted me to be a companion for her daughter. Life was good. It was happy. Until one day, she sold me to people who lived by the river. They lived in their boats. We traveled for many weeks until one day we finally came upon the ocean. The white-skinned men put me on their ship and with the other slaves. Because he was young, Oluadah was not put in chains like the other men and women, but was dragged aboard the ship. As he looked back, he realized he was leaving home forever. We were forced below decks. The air stank. People were getting ill. People were slowly dying. The smell below decks was overpowering, and many fainted or died from the stale air. There were tubs at one end of the hold which served as toilets but were rarely emptied. Oluadah was so ill from the smell and conditions in the hold that he was allowed to sit on deck during the day to breathe fresh air. All he wanted to do was die. He was unable to jump overboard because of the nets on the sides of the boat, so he refused to eat. He was beaten for not eating. At long last, we arrived at our destination. An island in the West Indies called Barbados. I was the last to be born, because I was so weak and ill and so small.
Too small. You look like you're about to die. I'll take you and you.
Too small. You look like you're about to die. I'll take this one and this one and...
You look stunning. I'm adorable. So, I will take that one. And that one. Because he was so sickly, Oluadah was one of the last to be chosen.
It looks like he's about to die.
He just that he didn't sleep well last night. He's still the best.
Fine.
One pence only? More. That's okay. One for each.
He was taken to a big house on the island. Because he wasn't strong enough to work in the fields, Oluadah was given the task of sitting with the grandfather in the house who was dying. I had to feed the man. He would moan and groan and splutter all day long. I had to attend to him the rest of his life. When the old man died, Oluadah was sold to a sea captain, who allowed the sailors on board the ship to teach him to read and to write. The captain renamed him Gustavus Vasa after the King of Sweden. Although he was very well treated by the merchant, Oluadah longed to be free and to return to his homeland. He was sold again to another sea captain and learned to be a sailor.
Then he was sold again to a merchant on the island of Montserrat in the West Indies.
The merchant was a religious man who did not approve of slavery. He bought me for £40. I traded and sold things until I had enough money to buy my freedom. Once a free man, he travelled back to England and looked for work. He became a sailor until he became a sea captain himself. Grown up now, life was better and he was free. He travelled far and wide, including the Mediterranean, the Atlantic, and the Arctic. He set up a plantation colony where he could look after the slaves and care for them. I had to make people listen so they could help me change things.
The tens of thousands of people who read Equiano's book were written to speak began to understand what it was like to be a slave. Oluadah spent many years travelling around Britain and Ireland speaking out against slavery.
Later, in March 1797, he died aged 53. Many people joined the campaign against slavery. It took another 10 years after he died for slavery to be abolished in his country, but Equiano had made sure the change happened. Free at last, free at last.
Many blue songs originate from the slave, one of the most famous words in the water. The enslaved people would sing some tell stories to escape their life.
Children are dead.